Hello everyone, I'm CodeConsole. This is my booth table, and I don't have corona, I swear. We're going to show you a mechanism where you can make your team rainbow. So first what you want to do, you want to go into your maker pen, go into create. It'll automatically open up the palette for you. Then click gadgets, then go into the filter, click game chips. And it should say game rules. So click the game rules and spawn it in. So you can apply game configurations here. You can name your game. So when the game starts, the message will pop up saying Rec Room Game or currently test. And you can apply different configurations on it, like I said, like Stunt Runner. You can make a Stunt Runner configuration, Paintball, so like where you can get shot once and you'll, die. So, the manual game start, minimum player count, is how many players need to be in the room before you can start the game. So if I set this to 2 and spawn in a scoreboard projector, I can't start the game. See? 1 player required to start. And we're going to scale this down a little bit, because that's a little bit too large. Good enough. And we go back to our little thingy here. So, the manual game start minimum team count is how many teams with a player on it there has to be. So, in this case, there's 1. And minimum team size is how many people have to be on a team for the game to start. So to turn on, you can turn on automatic game start. If I click that, the game will start automatically if there's at least 1 player, 1 team with a player on it, and at least 1 player on each team. That doesn't really make sense, but okay. So the pregame voiceover is the invite your friends to join you, but we don't need to, since we can set this to here.
All right, it looks like you're the first one here.
Now coach will spam you with whatever you can say. Turn that off. Results voiceover is if you win, you'll say you win, and it'll say if you lose, it'll say good game. Like paintball and stuff. The game end countdown voiceover is like the 1 minute remaining and stuff, and the 10 seconds remaining and stuff like that. The game start countdown duration is if I start the game right now, it'll say game starts in 10 seconds. And the game end duration countdown is 15 seconds until we can start the game again. Respawning game start will respawn you to a spawn point when the game starts. Respawning game over does the same exact thing as game start, but it'll respawn you when the game is over. And join in progress supported, so like your friend joins the room, and they won't be put on the spectator team. They'll be put on red or blue. And the end game, if start requirements not met, so let's say if I need at least 2 people here, and I have 2 people here with me and someone else, and that person leaves during the game would end. So the team count is how many teams are in the game. So let's say 5, and now there's 5 teams. So if you don't have any spawn points, it'll say no spawn points found on your screen. And I have a nice team outfit here in blue that shows me I'm on the blue team. So, I ended the game, and so we're back to this, and team count is how many teams are in a game, obviously, and team size is how many players can be on a team. So yeah, let's say I set this to 3, 2, and 1. So team size is 1, and I don't know why it's doing that. Ta-da. Team change during game is where you can change your team during the game, and the slots are right here, or they're back, because the team count is 1. So, yeah. You can change your team during the game. And respawn on team change during game. So if I switch my team, I would respawn to a different spawn point. And the explicit team selection supported is where that, just like Rec Royale, you can click join team, join team, join team. And shuffle teams after game is where once the game ends, you would be put on a different team. Everyone would be put on a different team actually. And the show open slots on scoreboard, if I turn it off, all the slots are gone. And they're back. And these are the player stats. We'll get into those on another video. Stat 2, Stat 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can do numbers and times for these. Team outfits is the nice blue team outfit I had when I started the game. And this is the teammate beacon, where if you can hide them at all times. Like, beacons are never visible. Beacons are always visible. Beacons are only visible when the player is down and able to be revived. So, Reckham just gave you that, not me. I mean, I already knew that, but this is the opponent beacon. I'll do this time. So opponents will always show. They'll always be seen with a beacon, and they can or you can make it so that they can only be seen when they need a revive. And the team radios is just like in Rec Royale. You get far away from your teammate. Let's say I have to set my team radio volume to 5. Radio enter distance of, let's say, 5. Exit distance of 500. Well, 50. So now it's at 500, and let's pretend there's someone here. I go far away from them. They can't hear me via actual chat. They can hear me over the team radio. And we're gonna go back to our little hut. And that's that. And the max health is how much health you can have. So let's say 1 health that means if you got shot once, you're out. If you do 0 health, you'll instantly be dead. Default is 100. And max shield is how much shield you can have. So let's say 100. Max shield is good for if you want your creator in game to have infinite health. So you want to set their max shield to like 1 billion and make it so that they always have infinite health. And auto heal is where if you click it, turn it on. Auto heal delay is after you get damage, you have to wait, let's say 5 seconds, and then this is how long it takes for you to go back to full health. So let's say it takes 50 seconds for me to go back to full health. And auto respawn is when you die, you get respawned. And auto respawn delay is how long it takes after you're hit out until you respawn. Restore health on respawn it goes by its name. You get your health back when you respawn. Respawn invincibility is when you spawn, you have 3 seconds of invincibility, so no one can shoot you to prevent spawn killing. These are the revive modes. You can high five to revive or handshake to revive. Let's set it to handshake. So this is how long you can make it so that until you revive. So let's say my respawn delay is at 5. Let's say I set this to 2. So after 2 seconds of being dead, I can be revived. Pick up equipment on revive is when you get revived, you pick up all your guns and stuff. It goes by its name. Reviver invincibility duration is how long the reviver will be invincible for. So let's say 1 second. The revivee is the person that gets revived. Let's set them to 5 seconds. Actually 3, because that's the default one that I set to. So the handshake revive required duration is how long you have to handshake your teammate to be revived. So let's say 10 seconds. You have to handshake your teammate for 10 seconds to be revived. Team friendly fire goes by its name. You can shoot your teammates and be a not nice guy. HUD enabled is where you can turn on your HUD and you can see what gun you're holding, how much ammo you have for it, and the scoreboard, how much time is left for the game. And the opponent player health bar is when you shoot the opponent player, you can sometimes see their health bar and see how much health they have left. The teammate health bar is occasionally you can see your teammate player health bar, and Teammate player health bar always visible. Check that on. You can always see your teammates' health bar. Shield. Grayscale effect when out is when you die, your screen turns gray. Damage red flash effect is where the outline of your screen turns red when you get hurt. Hit feedback is when, so let's say someone shot someone and killed them. Let's say the player that killed so attacker eliminated defender. Revive feedback, it would say player that got revivee was revived. Downed opponent feedback is when an opponent gets killed, and it would say, revive, it would say defender is down. And down teammate would send a little text bar saying your teammate is down and handshake to revive, because that's our current setting. So the team spawn point selection mode is where cycle, it randomly selects a spawn. Well, actually, this randomly selects a spawn point. This cycles between different spawn points, and this one is that enemies cannot see. The team is where you can spawn their teammates and not enemies, and the spawn main hand is your hand that you spawn with on your. So usually you spawn on your right hand. At least for me, it spawns on my right hand. So let's say you spawn with a paintball shield and a paintball pistol. So on equipped item and ring effect is where if I turn that off, there will be no green ring around an item. So we're going to keep that off. Reset equipment on game start is when if someone gets a flintlock, they can the flintlock will be fixed, and it'll go back in its respawn point, and that's because it reset the equipment. Infinite reserve ammunition is where, let's say, like beam cannons and laser launchers have infinite ammo. You can shoot them as many times as you want, and how long you can shoot the beam cannon as much as you want. And broken equipment, respawn at the last spawn point, at its little respawn point when it gets broken. Destroy broken equipment, as it says, destroy it forever. You cannot undo that with the maker pen. And the hide is where it hides the item and you can't use it again. But at the end of the game, for set equipment, it will be fixed. And next, out of bounds restrictions, if I turn that on, grace period, let's set it to 2, so you can only be in the out of bounds for 2 seconds. Well, after 2 seconds, you will get killed. So we can turn that on. Out of bounds max duration is how long you can be in that. And that's basically all. So, we are on the 6th page where this part here goes into play, and so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you a circuit on how to make your name rainbow. It'll shuffle through teams infinitely or until you wear a costume. But the costume part will be in another video. So the team count, the maximum teams is 40. So we have 40 teams. That's a lot of teams. Team size of 1. And we're going to turn off show open slots. So now my name changes colors. And so what we're going to do, we're going to go into gadgets. We're going to do a game chip. We're going to go into the final page currently of the Sunset Drive-In update. It's on the 3rd page, the very last one. Team mapping chip. We're going to spawn this in. Configure it. Player to team is what team the player is on. Team to player is the team and the index and then the player. And then set player team is when we're going to need this for the circuit, is when you can set the team that a player can be on. And get player team count is going to be how many players are on a team. And just like in the previous video, we're going to do curly bracket R curly bracket, like I just did right now. And we're going to set this here. Player count. And we're going to configure this green. I'm on the 11th team, which is pink. And there's one player on it, and that's me. So what we're going to do, we're going to get rid of that. Set this back to 0. And then set player team, and off we go with our circuit. So what you're going to need first is a random chip in the math chips filter. So this is going to be for everybody in the game. So what you want to do, you want to set this generate signal to 1. Set both of them to 1. Minimum will be the lowest number it can go to, this randomizer can go to. So let's say 1. Oh, not 12. And the blue is going to be the maximum number, the highest number it can go to. And for the maximum number, you have to do one number over the maximum. So let's say 41. So it can only go up to 40. This will not be 41. This will be, Alright, so I made a little mistake. And, yeah. So this is here. And we're going to set the player to -1, which means everyone in this lobby, so let's say that there's like a couple players here, they will, if there's a couple players here, they would all get it since it's -1. And yeah, I am switching teams really fast. So I have a paint thrower here, and this is going to be super fun because this is randomly switching colors. If you don't have a weapon skin, this is what it'll look like. There is currently no skins as of March 15th. As of March 15th, there is no paint thrower skins. And what we're going to do, we're going to go to the top of our hut and fire this thing. So I'm at the top of my hut, and I'm going to fire this. So, as you saw, each shot is a different color. Very fun, right? Indeed, it is very fun. So when you drop it, it'll be stuck on a color. And yeah, that's how you do the rainbow circuit name and the and our little game rule chip explained. So yeah, I hope you found this helpful, just like all my other videos on this tutorial. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye! So, I actually forgot a part. Whoops. This is a little chip here. If this configuration is active here. So this output to 1. So let's say we got another test here. Let's name this test 2. So I can go up here and boom, test 2. So this will output a 1 if it's active. Let's set it to test 1, and now it's a 0, and this is a 1. So that's our video today, for real. And I'll see you all next time. Bye! Minimum team count, so this brings back to 1, I can start it. And so at least 2 people have to be on a team. So like, there has to be 2 people in red and 2 people in blue to start. Let's bring that back to 1. Minimum team size is oh wait. I'm dumb. Game mode notifications is, I don't know. And I accidentally started the game. I don't know these. Down to feedback was player defender. Fucking fire tones. And set it to 1, because I'm actually not on the first team. How did I not know? So.